A car chase, a standoff, and a shooting by police. It all ends with a suspect in custody and a neighborhood still shaken today by the violence. Welcome to Coin 6 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Wayne Haberly. Police say the man that fled a traffic stop Saturday night prompted police to open fire at him, and he remains in custody tonight. Investigators say he crashed the car near 88th and Holgate, and then he engaged in an hours-long standoff before being taken to the hospital by ambulance. Now, Coin 6's Jennifer Dowling is digging deeper. She joins us live with more information on the case tonight. Jen?
Good evening, Wayne. This all started just before 8 o'clock yesterday evening when police tried to do that traffic stop. Those were East Precinct officers, and the suspect, they say, fled. And then he crashed his car later. That initial traffic stop happened at 92nd and Schiller, and then he crashed, as you mentioned, near 88th Street and Holgate. So officers said they did an intervention technique to get him to stop, and that's when the vehicle crashed. And at some point during the attempt to stop him or following that crash, shots were fired by officers or an officer. Then that hours-long standoff ensued, and police asked residents to stay inside. So after about 2 hours of negotiations at about 10 o'clock last night, the man was taken away by ambulance and the investigation began. Now, this was what two neighbors who live and work nearby had to say about the situation.
Last night we heard gunfire, which is not uncommon for this area. We hear gunfire just about every night lately.
I think it's getting worse, Yeah, we need to make more attention for the city mayor or whatever, the police chief. They need to be, more attention around this area.
And last night, Sergeant Kevin Allen said it was believed that the man was injured by the gunfire, that officers or an officer had opened fire at him. They say that the man is expected to recover from those injuries. It's unclear at this time what police were initially trying to stop him for. We asked that last night, but they didn't have that information. The neighbors we talked to say aside from this police shooting, there's a lot of regular gunfire in the area in general, as you heard in those interviews. Some people we talked to said they'd like to see police actually step up patrols near the park because it's an area that has recently seen an uptick in gun violence. So we reached out to the Portland Police Bureau to try to find out the identity of the man that was involved in that standoff last night, but have not heard back as of this evening. Reporting live, Jennifer Dowling, Coin 6 News.